In Walmart's Hoonuville, everyone readied their cart. The early Black Friday deals are about to start. Online and in the app, such great deals to explore. Everything you love from tech, toys, and more. The days to save and the ones to remember are the 14th to the 16th of November. The Who's are all ready, but are you? Walmart Black Friday deals await. Who knew?
This episode is brought to you by Nature's Bounty. Nature's Bounty believes your body is brilliant, naturally designed to thrive, inside and out. For those always looking for new ways to support your health from head to heels, Nature's Bounty has a range of over 400 vitamins and supplements born from 50 years of trust and care. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature. Visit naturesbounty.com to learn more.
I'm Nicole Khalil, and yes, today's episode of This Is Woman's Work is about skincare. Because, friend, I don't know a single woman who isn't spending a small fortune, who doesn't perform a multi-step skincare routine, and who isn't investing a decent amount of time each day in the pursuit of healthy, glowing skin. And let's just get this out of the way up front. I have decided for myself that I'm not investing in Botox or fillers or really anything that involves voluntary needles to the face. But I'd be lying if I said I haven't invested in way too many skincare products, been sucked into more than one late-night scroll-induced purchase, and fallen victim to the promise that this one serum, cream, or mask will erase all of the fine lines, lift my skin, and make me look well-rested and like I haven't considered running away to a remote island. When in reality, I Google flights on the daily. Where's that miracle product? I mean, the world of skincare is overwhelming. Every product claims to be the solution, the magic potion that will make you look younger, which of course feeds into the deeply flawed idea that our value as women is in our youth and our attractiveness. But that's just not my experience. My confidence, my self-worth, my actual and perceived value have only increased with age. Sure, I wouldn't mind having my 20-something skin back, but there is no amount of money in the world that could convince me to go back to my 20-something life. Hard pass. That said, our skin is our largest organ, and taking care of ourselves, whatever that looks like for you, is always a good choice. So today, we're talking about skincare, but not in the do whatever it takes to look younger way. We're talking about how to take care of our skin in a way that helps us age, not just gracefully, but hopefully with some mischief and joy, with pride and a lot fewer fucks to give. So, here to help us navigate all the serums, tools, and free, yes, can you imagine, free ways to keep our skin healthy and happy, we have Lindsey Holder on the show. Lindsey is a licensed master esthetician, a spa owner, and the creator of lindseyholder.com and the free skincare app La Prix Beauty. She's worked with celebrity recording artists in LA and has been deep in the beauty industry for over a decade. More importantly, she's all about helping women achieve their skincare goals at home, no celebrity budget required. Okay, so let's get into it. Lindsey, thank you for being our guest. And I want to start by asking about the basics. Like, are there any universal things that we should all be doing, or most of us should be doing and paying attention to, no matter how obvious or simple, when it comes to our skincare?
Thanks for having me, Nicole. Your skin looks great, by the way.
Thank you. It's all the products I purchased.
Yeah. And I'm about to make your day because I'm turning 48 in a couple of months. And also I do not use Botox or fillers. So it can be done. One thing I'm going to sneak in there that I didn't tell you that I also do, because is I'm also you rarely hear this. I don't think I've ever heard another esthetician also be licensed in this. I'm a licensed thermographer as well, and I own a thermography business. So that is so important because I see the body. That is my job. I have a medical grade camera. I see inflammation. I see circulatory issues. Everything that happens with the skin is internal, and it really is an inside out kind of job here. And so I'm going to give you some free tools that everyone can use, and they're not the traditional ones. So I do have up my sleeve, hey, I can tell you some good skincare that I like, but it goes deeper than that. And I am going to ask you to put one needle in your face. It's not going to be what you think it is. I'm going to tell you how to do that, but it's going to be the game changer, the inexpensive game changer that you are looking for. Okay. If you're up for that. Okay.
I'm up for it, and it sounds fascinating. And I love that skincare is an inside out proposition, because one of the things that's a little bit of a pet peeve of mine is how many products try to sell that you will feel more confident when you use it. And my area of expertise, I'll put it in air quotes, is confidence. And confidence is also an inside out proposition. It is not something that you can buy off the shelf or, get a bunch of products.
It's not. And I can tell you that that it's worked so well with me, because my son was born with eczema, and there's nothing worse than having your little baby with eczema all over their body and having to deal with that inflammation, and you are having to figure that out, and that is no easy feat, and it is all with the gut. And I figured it out. I love my before. I even have his before and after pictures on my website. I have acne pictures on my website before and after. That is inside out too. And then I battled, after having my son, out of nowhere, rosacea, huge rosacea flare with all the fertility drugs and everything that I was on. And so I had to overcome that. So I've personally had to overcome a lot of skin issues. So I can tell you exactly, how to do things. I wanted to tell you one thing I do not hear a lot of that I think is so important that we do daily is, and this is inside out, is we really want to focus on, when you want good skin health, you've got to focus on your lymphatic system. It is absolutely important. And I think a lot of people just like, oh, whatever, and they bypass that. And I'm here to tell you, no, that should be like number one on your list, because if you don't know, we have a circulatory system. That's what our heart pumps that automatically. Our lymphatic system has no pump. So everything in your body is remaining stagnant. It's not moving. That non-movement, all those toxins that build up, that's not going anywhere, that makes such a difference in your overall body health. So we need to get that moving. So I would love to tell your audience, there's 6 main points in the body to move your lymphatics. So the first thing I want you to do, and you can even look up a video on YouTube on how to, if you really want to know the exact areas, because I'm just going to verbally tell you, but there's 6 areas. Okay. So it's right there in your upper neck. You've got that one, your collarbone, your armpit, your abdomen, your groin, and then behind the knees. So I want you to pump that daily. And the other thing that I do, that's I pump that daily. And then this is going to cost not too much. You can get them off Amazon. If everyone can jump on their rebounder, please get a rebounder. It's small. They even have ones that fold up if you're tight on space. Get on the rebounder for 2 minutes a day. And that is going to take care of your lymphatic system automatically. I do it every single day. The reason why I can confidently say these work, and this is where my licensed thermography comes in. So I can take images of someone. We can see the inflammation. And I especially do a lot of breast thermography for women. A lot of women, I'm not saying don't get a mammogram, but they like to do that and not get so much radiation. So they'll get thermography. I can see the inflammation in the breast. I can see the buildup. Your body's not going to lie with the infrared camera. And then I can tell you, hey, listen, why don't you go home and do breast brushing, jump on your rebounder. I want you to work on your lymphatic systems. I did this recently with my sister. 2 weeks later, gone. The heat underneath was gone. It flashed. So it tells me, it shows me it's working. It does work. So I love women to please do that and try. It's going to help with your depuffiness of your skin, your bloating, and it's going to take care of a lot of things. If your skin is puffy in the morning and it's bloating, do the facial massage. I know it sounds hokey. People are like, oh my gosh, does the face yoga work? And my answer to that is, I've never seen a face yoga instructor with bad skin.
Yeah, right.
They all look great. I'm
Totally.
like, they're glowing, they're sculpted. Please do your facial massage in the shower or in the morning with your skincare. I think that every single layer of your routine in the morning. So if you're washing your face, if you're exfoliating, if you're putting on your serum and your moisturizer, you need to incorporate a facial massage. That's an easy way to just knock it out altogether. I'm a busy mom. I don't have time for a lot of stuff. And so I'm not there doing 30 minutes of skincare. I don't have the time. But so I'm incorporating that step into it. So that's one thing I wanted to tell you.
Okay. Yeah. All amazing things. I don't even know what a rebounder is. Can you tell us what that is?
It's like a mini trampoline.
Okay. Amazing. So if it's an inside out proposition, you just gave us a few good things that we can be doing. But I would imagine what we put into our bodies, like the foods that we eat or water or things like that, are going to have an impact. Is there anything specific to our skin that you're like,
Yes.
definitely have more of this or avoid this?
So I'm drinking right now spiced apple. It's a cold day here. Spiced apple warm electrolytes. My water it rarely has nothing in it. So I drink electrolytes all through the day. So I get, you're supposed to have like one scoop of electrolytes. So what I do is I break that scoop up. So it's not just that whole, salt water. And I break it up through the day. That has been so key to, oh my gosh, I'm excited to drink my water. My water will have amino acids because I drink amino acids before, you want to drink them before you work out, and you also want to drink them after you work out. So you need to replenish your body. We also, of course, need that hydration, but you need things in it. Our food is not the way it used to be. We've got to replace those minerals, those nutrients. It's got to be taken internally. So my water consists of this through the day. I will have, you can do your warm water with lemon. That's fine. I hate to admit it. Sometimes I do that and I like my aminos. And then I like my cup of coffee, but I do this. A lot of people, I do decaf coffee. I know people aren't going to go there, but I do decaf.
I do half calf. I do
Perfect.
1 cup of half calf first thing in the morning. It checks the box for me right after my lemon water. That's made a big difference, and I don't miss the full caffeine at all.
That's great. I think that's wonderful. And then that is water too, by the way. Coffee does have, it is water. So add your electrolytes. I am obsessed with Paleo Valleys. I'm just, if in case somebody wants to, where's that spice apple? It's just delicious, and they have no fillers. It's just clean ingredients, and their watermelon's really good. Then another thing that I do is I'm a firm believer in bone broth. I have a local farmer that it's delicious. I know it doesn't, you're like, oh, bone broth. It is really good, the one that they make. And then every afternoon I usually have, it's also Paleo Valley, but they have don't knock it till you try it. It's a chocolate bone broth. I make it into a latte, use coconut milk, and then I put a dash of cinnamon, because you're getting that, from within, that internal. I always usually have with my meals a little something fermented. So I'll have like a sauerkraut, for example. That's really important for gut health too. So you want to make sure that you're doing your electrolytes, you're doing your sauerkraut, you're making sure that your gut health is in check. A good probiotic is very key to gut health. So make sure you're doing like a prebiotic and a probiotic, or a mix of the two.
Okay. So again, lots of things. And while some of those things involve a price tag, right? We might need to purchase some of these things. I would imagine they're all significantly less expensive than the abundant amount of skincare products we all have. So let's talk a little bit about aging and wrinkles. I have what I feel like is this very contradictory relationship, which is I embrace aging. I feel better the older I get. I actually like some of my wrinkles. For me, like laugh lines show the joy that I've had in my life. And yet, I do succumb to the being worried about my skin sagging or wrinkles and things like that. So how do we navigate and find that balance for ourselves? And are there any things that we can or should be doing for our aging skin, which is what all of our skin is doing?
I don't like when I have wrinkles. And I think also it's because I'm an esthetician, and it's a part of my job too. So to me, this sounds bad, but to me it's like, oh, I've not failed, but that's my job, is to help other women who have those wrinkles. So I'm trying to figure out how to lessen those lines. And I battle with that because I also am really proud of my age. And yeah, it does show that I've smiled and I love, had, joy in my life. So it's a constant battle with me, So I try to say, I can't give you flawless skin, but I can give you your best skin. I can help you get your best skin, and I can give you the tools in the toolbox that can help you maybe lessen if something's like super creased or it's really bothering you. I can help you. Let's lessen it. Let's give you that glow to make you feel confident, to make you feel radiant, to make you feel like you're less, because there's a line on my forehead that it's always there, but I'm living with it. It's a part of my age, but I have greatly lessened it. And I'm proud of that. Like where I am today with my skin, I'm like, wow, I've really overcome all the rosacea issues and all of the issues that I've had with my skin. I used to have bad acne. So I've overcome all that.
I don't see any wrinkles on your skin, and we're the same age. So, so how might we do that?
So this is the needle part that I told you about. Remember I said I'm going to come back to the needle part? A lot of people, it's like 50-50 in my world. Some people will say, don't do this. Some people will do. I believe that you should do. So when I know a dermatologist, and even on my show, when they come on and plastic surgeons, they don't do it. I'm like, well, I actually think everybody should do this. And this is derma rolling. I have seen the best results out of anything. So it's just like a little device that has, the needles on it that you just roll on your skin. You roll on your skin. But derma rolling makes a difference. It can, all the issues at once, it can handle. So let's go over that. It can handle redness, breakouts, wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, collagen building, elasticity. I mean, it's endless. It's so beautiful. Does it take time? Yes. I think the derma rolling should be in your routine, like your weights and your workouts. Like they have to be there. You've got to keep on and don't stop doing it. Don't stop using it. I think that you should start with, like if you're going into the world of derma rolling, start with a 0.25 needle, especially if you have sensitive skin, and work your way up. I'm at a 0.05 right now. They're easy to find. You can get them off Amazon. Make sure you get the right kind. There's not all kinds. And it's going to make the biggest difference. A great tip, my pro tip on how this is my favorite tip that I love to see the best results personally, derma rolling. I think that you should use your growth factor serum or your peptide serum or your hyaluronic acid. Put that on your skin first, then do your derma rolling. You need 3 passes for derma rolling: horizontal, vertical, diagonal, and then put that serum on again. Because a derma roller, Nicole, it is aerating your skin. Think about this. You're putting your skincare. When you derma roll, you're basically putting holes in your skin. So you're really infusing that product the deepest. I mean, and you're creating a little bit of trauma to your skin. So you're forcing your skin to build up that collagen. It is a game changer.
If you're anything like me, drinking enough water every day sounds great in theory, right up there with getting 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep and folding the laundry right away, which is why I found a smarter way to stay hydrated with Cure. Cure hydration packs are clean and simple, plant-based electrolytes, no added sugar, and just 25 calories. They hydrate better than water alone, and get this, they actually taste good. My favorite flavor is lemonade, but they have several great flavors that you can try, which make drinking water feel like less of a chore. They even have a Cure Hydration variety pack for kids. JJ uses them over long practices or tournament weekends, and honestly, I use them then too, because hauling kids around to all of their activities should qualify as a sport. Listen, staying hydrated isn't just about water. You also need electrolytes. That's why I love Cure. It's clean, tastes great, and actually works. And for This Is Woman's Work listeners, you can get 20% off your first order at curehydration.com/woman's work with code Woman's Work. And if you get a post-purchase survey, make sure to let them know you heard about Cure right here. It really helps support the show. Don't just drink more water, upgrade it with Cure.
This episode is brought to you by Casamigos Tequila. What do you bring to a holiday party? Simple. A bottle of Casamigos. Because nothing gets the party started like a Casamigos margarita, which isn't just for summer. In fact, it's the perfect pour all year round. Casamigos is the gift that always feels right. Because anything goes with my Casamigos. Please drink responsibly. Imported by Casamigos Spirits Company, White Plains, New York. Casamigos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume.
Abercrombie Kids is bringing the cheer all holiday season. And winter break means it's time for new outfits that are both festive and comfy. The last thing they need? New cozy coats for every occasion. Celebrate the season with Abercrombie Kids in the app, online, and in stores.
The med spa I go to for my facials, they do basically microneedling, and I've been too big of a baby about it, but it's interesting. So to go, knowing that there is a home solution,
Yeah.
of course, nobody told me that, but okay. So let's talk a little bit about the routine. I know we're all different humans and we have different skin, and what works for one person might not work for another. But are there general steps like everybody should do at least these 4 things or consider these things? Like I have my steps I go through. I'm not even sure they're all the best or the right ones, but they sort of seem like they work for me. So what are the things we should be considering?
What are your steps?
So I wash my face and then I put like a vitamin C serum on, and then it's like Eminence is the product. It's a bamboo
Oh,
firming
yeah.
flute like thing, and then a moisturizer.
Okay, so that's your AM routine. Yeah, I first of all, I love Eminence, and that bamboo has great. That's got apple stem cells in it, so that was good. Um, we're the same age, so the first thing I'm going to tell you, and I know this is going to maybe shock you a little bit, I would not wash your face in the morning. We're of the age, and unless you're breaking out. Now, if you're breaking out, that's a different story. If you have acne skin, you need those oils. You've cleansed your skin at night, right? You've gotten everything off. You haven't done anything. Now, I get it if you're having major hot flashes and you need a little
Yeah,
spritz.
if I've
I
been
get that.
sweating all night, but I don't most
I mean, I
nights.
get that, Yeah. And then even so, I would say, well, you could maybe use hypochlorous acid and spritz on your face. I would say that too. But I would skip that and I would go straight to your vitamin C serum, which is great because that's antioxidant. It's going to really make your sunscreen work harder. So I love vitamin C in the morning, and it also helps with hyperpigmentations and free radicals and all that. So wonderful antioxidant. So put your vitamin C on, and then you're putting on a moisturizer. I really think that's great. And then you also have your stem cells with the Eminence serum that you use. That's excellent too. I love that brand. It's organic. I just every time a spa has it, when I go visit a spa, I'm like, Eminence. It's so
Same.
nice.
It's so funny. And I've changed and used a lot of different products over the years, but my Eminence, the bamboo firming fluid I've used for 15 years at least without changing. And I just love it. And I use their face wash and their vitamin C, but I test out I haven't found a moisturizer of theirs that I really like. So I'm all over
Yeah.
the place with other things. Anyway.
So your moisturizer, I've got one for you. And I think with our age, this one's such a good one. It's OneSkin. OneSkin's founded by 4 female scientists, and they have a peptide formula that is none other. And you can see all the before and afters. I've used their company for a while. They now have a body one. They have a sunscreen too. Peptides are so just important for your skin to have, just building blocks of protein for your skin. I would encourage you to have your moisturizer with those peptides or some product. When we're older, we need peptides in our skin routine. I feel like you need some type of growth hormone too. We just have to stimulate. We're constantly against collagen and elasticity loss. And so we have to replenish that. We have to get things moving. I think your routine is fine in the morning. I would just add in, your lymphatic system there that we talked about in depth. And I would add in your facial massage in there. And I don't feel like you need a lot in the morning. I really don't. Your nighttime routine, your derma rolling is also going to do exfoliation for your skin and then add on some other type of exfoliant midweek. I don't believe in a ton of exfoliation with your skin because I personally think that if you exfoliate your skin too much, you are stripping your barrier, and then you're going to have a host of problems that occur with that. So keep your barrier strong, keep it healthy. And then you'll do good, and just add those peptides in. Check out OneSkin or whatever, skincare that speaks to you that has those peptides in it as well.
when I lived in a different city, I would go get facials from a woman who I swear was like in her 80s, and she had the best skin. I can't even begin to and you could tell she had just taken care of it forever. And she told me two things. She said, "Don't exfoliate very often," as you're saying, and she also said to wash my face with lukewarm water, never hot water,
Never.
never.
Strips it.
Yeah.
Strips the oils.
Interesting. Okay. So you mentioned collagen. Is that better to take internally? Is it better to put on our face? Is it all of the above? Like, how are we replenishing the collagen we're losing?
All of the above. Because think about it. If I could just have one scoop of collagen, that's it. That's great. Sign me up. I don't care how much that costs. You constantly have to find little ways to keep on adding it in. It's just like with your diet, we have to have a little healthy fat here, a little healthy fat there. Remember, it's like all through the day. Oh, I got to have a little avocado here, put some in here. It's all through the day. So we both need a mix of internal and external. So again, the derma rolling is going to help with that collagen loss, as well as, you're going to drink it, and you can use a powder too if you want to do that and mix it in. I just think that it's a combination of that all through your week and your day.
You may have already answered this, but is there any one skincare item that doesn't cost too much money that may be being overlooked by most of us that you'd recommend?
If you want to see results really quick, and you may already have heard of this, but this is always like my little secret to tell people that, hey, I can actually make that wrinkle disappear in like 4 days. And then if that works, you'll come back and see me. It always works. So silicone beauty patches. Oh my gosh. Have you heard of those? The silicone
No.
patches you put on your skin?
Oh,
Really?
yes. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I have.
Have you tried them?
No.
Okay. Well, then
That's the thing.
win you over, because once you try those, you're going to go, thank you so much, because they're so easy. You just put them on clean skin, right? So use those. This is the secret though. Use those in a row nightly or for a few hours at a time. Don't give up on it. Do 4 days in a row. Get the desired look that you want, because what it's doing is basically pulling your body's hyaluronic acid up, and it's filling in that line. There is upkeep. It's not that magic to where it's not there anymore. So I'm at maintenance mode to where I only need to do it once a week. You can sleep in them. SIO patches, SIO. You can get those off Amazon too. Great patches. I've used them for years. They have wonderful, if you have necklines, put them on your neck, face. You don't need, that's the Botox secret. I'm going to cut you up. That's the Botox secret. Do it. You don't have to get Botox. You can put a CO patch and do derma rolling and your peptides. You're good to go. And LED light.
There are people who will and have chosen to do Botox or fillers or things like that. And my personal stance is you do you. We should all do what feels
of course,
right and real and true for us. And we are our own deciders. And this may sound very judgy. I do, or it may be very judgy. I see people sometimes where I'm like, oh, friend, you're going too far. Like somebody who loves you and who cares about you, and knows you better than I do, needs to tell you, or your esthetician or whoever it is needs to stop, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, how do we know if we're taking this too far, where whether it's with skincare in general or spending a bunch of money on products or Botox, how do we know when we're in a healthy place with this or where we've gone off the rails?
I feel like a simple answer to that is, if you're in your bathroom and you're like, I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh, there's so much here. I don't know which term does what day of the week, whatever. Then you got too much. It doesn't need to be that hard. You need to understand a few tools. You need to understand a few combinations, and then that really should be it. If you're really into skincare, really into beauty, of course, my cabinet looks a little fuller than most.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Of course. But if you're really into add a fun mask or something, it doesn't have to be that complicated. So if you're overwhelmed and you're not using what you currently have because you don't understand it, then you were in Sephora that one day and you were like, woo, and you went crazy. And then now you need to back off, slow down, figure out what you need to use. It's going to get you the results that you're happy with And then you can feel good about having an easy, simple routine. And I do help people do that for a living. So,
Okay. My last question is around both of us are approaching 50, and we've talked quite a bit about skincare for our age. And I often think if I could go back and do it differently, I would have taken my skincare much more seriously at an earlier age. Having said that, my 11-year-old daughter is like all of a sudden obsessed with skincare. I feel like this messaging is being out to everyone. But my question is for those people who are listening who are not approaching 50 just yet, what are some things that you recommend for people with younger skin to sort of get ahead of things?
I think it's the same thing. I'm seeing a lot of my clients, they with younger skin, and even it's funny. I'm now starting. This is so unique. I'm having a lot of moms. They're like, "Hey, can you help my daughter too?" Like you were mentioning, because what's happening, and this is an interesting trend. Like Sephora's getting overloaded with like teenagers. They're the biggest purchasers now. But I think there's some education that needs to be out with those teenagers because they're buying, they're influenced with all this stuff. But then I'm more natural and organic, so I'm really wanting just education for let's look on the back of that packaging. So to your younger self, my thing would be, I would love for you to educate yourself more on the ingredients and remove things like fragrances and phthalates, because those are going to disrupt your hormones, which are so important. And if you're in your fertility years or whatever, you really need to be aware of all of that that's going into your largest organ that you are absorbing. So not necessarily am I going to say, oh, you do the skin routine, but really know what you're putting onto your skin, know how important sun protection is. But also with that, this is very, you don't hear this a lot. Yes, know how important sun protection is, but also know how important vitamin D is and to get sun, to allow your skin to get sun, and do certain things like I have a UV app on my phone and I check the UV every time I go outside. And I'm like, oh, okay, I, can be out of the sun this, how many minutes, and do I need some protection? So just education about things like that I think are key.
Yeah. Lindsey, thank you. This has been so much fun, and I learned a ton, and I have a list of a couple products already. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I know people tuning in are going to want to learn more. So lindseyholder.com is the website. If you go to lindseyholder.com/guide, you can also find her free daily skincare guide. And if you like more free stuff, she has that free skincare app, La Prix Beauty. So it'll give you a skincare tutorial and product review videos and all of that fun stuff. So, Lindsey, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me on. This was a blast.
It was my pleasure. All right, I will end with this. I hope that you take care of your skin, not for the primary purpose of looking younger, but because taking care of any part of you is always a worthy investment. And a loving reminder that confidence, the kind that actually lasts, is built from the inside out. Turns out skincare is too. Not from a jar or not from a needle or not from a marketing campaign designed to make you feel like you're running out of time. It is something in your hands. So as you lather, layer, or roll your way through your routine, I hope you feel the glow first. The one that comes from taking care of yourself, from treating your body with love and respect, from knowing that your worth isn't measured in fine lines or flawless skin. And then maybe you'll see that glow show up on your face too. Because letting go of the obsession to look young and instead focusing on feeling fully alive, embracing every season of our lives with pride, joy, and an extra dose of rebellion, well, that sounds like woman's work to me.
You know the words that dominate our news cycle.
Private equity keeps inventing
generative artificial intelligence.
Tax on home.
America's chip fueled by market volatility.
Bets on Fed rate cuts.
But do you truly understand how they impact your world and your wallet? In a world that skims the what, understand the why. Because context changes everything. Subscribe to learn more at Bloomberg.com, the global benchmark for business news.